John, I've come to your church because it's a little fucking wily out there today. You listen to assholes on the workforce. First, higher numbers are great, you know, then they're awesome for a little while. Unemployment drops down, and then we get caught in the dick by the highest quit numbers and everything out there. Maybe you got something for me, man, that's going to square me off. I know I did this one on the last one. Go check it out on here. Beep moo, you know, your robot on the farm, or the squeak moo for the venomous reptile handlers, or the beep beep for the tomb, you know what I mean, or the electrical engineer and how things are done on the test. Now maybe you can give me something that's going to help me out. You like that picture? Oh, thank you, GPT-3. I appreciate that. Yeah! You're hard. I've gotten to the point where maybe not him or her, but in here, you know, realistically, man, there's certain things when people challenge you on, it's like, well, are you going to work your ass off in those jobs? It's like, man, you know, if you need me to prove it short order, I'm single. I don't got to go home to no damn kids or nothing. You want me to pull down hours inside here that's going to burn people out and put out a fucking standard that nobody can do? I don't need to be big. There's lots of places on this damn planet where special operation combatives. So remember, this is special. This is not general relativity. This is special relativity. One, this cage right here already makes it different. It's compromised by the experiment. However, it still applies to a general relativity. In there, I'm going to make common observations of that system. Math is a fist fight. The trajectories, the value, you're hanging a lazy jab in there. When's that going to come up? If I saw it, then they saw it. IH. Special operations combatives. The soft inside here. These are those low-end kinetics that you're not just eating it right there. These are things that are going to drop over.
Now, what we've done is we took one of their select instructors, Josh, who's a former Ranger guy,
Doomsday stock model.
Tons of experience. We hired him to teach.
They're the same thing. A delta B. Some delta variant comes through and changes off the numbers inside of here. It's like, well, of course. I don't compete with John. He's got momentum. And I'd even say in the system, look, even if I could, he's got me on the fight. I'm a 145. So I'm not going to much argue that. It'd be different if the range was different. But while I'm here, I'm going to camp him in here, camp him in there. That's what they all agree the number to be. So now I'm just fine-tuning it. The special natures of those things. You're hanging a lazy jab in there for your tone. You're too aggressive in the Sharp's case, and you're losing... You're creating your own friction on it. I'd have to catch him on his own doomsday for the Warrior Poet. I can't have teams doing it unless it's limited to the stone mill, like just that crew. I need just an area of a city block. I just need this area of it, because when we go into the cul-de-sac back into it, the Warrior Poet Society has a G nature to it. And those cul-de-sacs need something that's what? Federally regulated. Hey, I got to come through there every once in a while. This is my Nephilim society. We've learned from our mistakes. This is not something that I've integrated today. But this guy in that number doesn't necessarily need to be what that does. I mean, when it comes to security defense stock, who gets the job? Just anybody in charge of it with team detail? It's like, no, that's what we had the military for. That's why we had that separation for that. That's what we have the Constitution for. You know, King John, mathematically, right? King George, excuse me, comes in here and says, well, you got the 42 symbol over your head blinking at it, that mark of the fucking beast. And it's going to be all this number. It's not going to be this real mark. It's just going to be this gray fucking cloud you got over your head of every single place I go, even if I wanted to defend you. 20 silver pieces under denial, Pharaoh! It's the math, right? How many wars did I just stop right there without fucking slinging one fist? And this is the point past where we're trying to prevent the war. We can't prevent the war, we end it. And it's not going to be about this, me getting hot like this. I know it was coming in the trajectory of things. I'm going to stay quiet with you. Hopefully you get closer. I'm going to make you learn dentistry. You know the trajectory. That's part of the fight here. This is part of the situation. Now, these guys should be called in. Different scenarios, special natures of officers, training, the military model. We know we are walking into the fight. SWAT team, guys got a shotgun in there. We send in some tear gas, not just a bunch of brothers. Sisters.
It's quick, man. It happens fast. Situational awareness is something you gotta have.
This marshmallow, same thing as a venomous reptile milking facility. Absolutely. By definition in math, by stock, A delta B. General relativity, business in general, this business. How do you do it? Form follows function and technique, I bet. That form would follow a function and whose technique it is. There's height, there's weight, there's systems of other values that are relative that come up IH. It's definitely going to matter. As soon as I knew what it is, I don't need to quantify it by any value I said, but in that situation, height and weight under those standards also have a differential inside what it is. It augments with something like this in the scenarios for what goes on. It's just a class. It's one of these when this is done for training. While you're resting up and you're supposed to do your leg days and then take a break on those things, learn some other muscle movements inside here because, you know, this is a giant lever right here. This is, you know, a fulcrum and a system equally in the same way. A weight on a plate. If I put somebody's name, say John, I'm getting a better response than I don't know who's behind the mask here. If I say Jordan in this, and after a few times of banging this out, no offense, John, hopefully you stand up for your topology when I'm doing my own in this society. Bluestone Militia. I had to take the world with that Bluestone mill. Russia, Red Dawn. And it's like you could walk in here and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. This is the saw, this is the equipment, this is the torch. If you can't figure out 83 in here, you're not going to make it in America.